Hi, and good morning, all my Winnipeg girlies and everybody out there. Welcome back to my desk. Okay, so today is another episode of Hot and Sweaty in the City. Yesterday, I spoke about communication with our partners and how important it is to be telling our family members, especially the ones, in our household and in our everyday lives, about some of the things that we go through when we go through menopause, sort of to help them help us. Because we all need that little bit of extra help at this time, am I right? Well, with that, yesterday I also spoke about bonding with our partners during this time. Lots of times I hear different women saying things like, me and my partner aren't really intimate as much as we were, especially going through menopause. Women experience a number of symptoms, and a lack of interest in that respect is definitely one of those. Not to mention that, and I'm sorry to tell all of you gentlemen this, but if she's having a hot flash at night before bed, you are the last thing she wants touching her. So it's not you, it is her. And I know that from firsthand experience. So please just be patient, gentlemen. You know. But back to bonding with our gentlemen and the people in our lives during this time, because, of course, as important as it is to take care of ourselves and to take care of our health needs and to take care of our nutrition needs, it is also important to take care of our relationship needs. And so I really want to spout the idea and put it out there for everybody. In my household, I look at it like this: it's not just a woman's issue, it's a family issue. So no longer do I want to keep menopause in the dark or in the closet. It doesn't belong there. It belongs out there with the whole family to deal with, because everyone's dealing with something associated with their loved one going through menopause. So everybody needs to stay together on it, and bonding is definitely something, ladies, we need to do with our partners at this time, because we lose some of that closeness due to, our husbands feeling like they're detached from us, or our partners feeling like we're not as attentive to them as we might have been, or they're noticing the changes in us due to brain fog or lack of sleep and things like that. So it's left them, or at least in my household, I know that my partner there for a little while was feeling a little bit off to left center, and not really as focused on or as noticed, I guess, as I normally would in our everyday life together. And that was because I was focusing on, the research of menopause, and sort of how to get myself back on track. And while doing that, of course, unintentionally, and I think that's how it is for a lot of us women. We don't intentionally ignore you or push you to the back burner, but sometimes it happens because we're trying to find out and learn about what we're going through for the first time ourselves. So, bonding is kind of difficult, isn't it? It can be for some people. I know that in my situation and in my relationship in the beginning, like I had said, we had been together a few years before I started going through menopause. So, or at least the no period portion of my menopause, I'm about 5 months in now without. So there's learning curves for everybody, him included. So while I was doing my research and learning everything, I was kind of unintentionally pushing him to the wayside, and he was feeling it. He was feeling the brunt. He was wondering, like, are you pulling away from me? Why aren't we as close? And these are sort of the things that were brought up. So I had to really take a look at that. I had to take a look at, okay, fair. You work all day. We don't spend all day together. We each have our own individual work and life outside of our homes, like most people. But when we come home, for a while, there was a practice where he was on our couch watching TV or the sports or whatever, and I was at my laptop here at my desk, and doing the research and, of course, looking up different facts and nutritional things that I needed to know to keep me healthy and put me back on that right path. Well, we had to have that discussion about separating, like not separating in our relationship, but just us sort of growing a little bit distant, and what that was doing and what that meant and what it was looking like within our relationship. And of course, intimacy was a part of that. Us ladies know that in the beginning of menopause, we're less than interested, some of the time, or a lot of the time, depending on the woman and what she's going through. Myself, I noticed that I was having moments where, you know, bells could have gone off in here. He could have ran through here naked with a sign going, "Woo, here I am." And I probably wouldn't have cared less, I'll be quite honest. But it's not because I don't care about him, it's not because I don't love him. It's just, I'm going through menopause. I had no interest, period. There was nothing he could do about it, really. And there was nothing, I guess, naturally, so to speak, that you're going to do about it per se. Of course, when you make changes in your diet and you make changes, like with myself with the red clover supplement, you're more natural, like you're more back to normal starts to come into play after that. And then, of course, other things start to come back into play too. But while you're going through the beginning phases where you're learning and you're trying to figure everything out, yeah, there's disinterest in that respect. Um, you're still trying to figure your own body out, so it's hard to allow or to want to with your partner if you're still learning so much about yourself, right? So it leaves men feeling like we're sort of putting them off to the wayside, and we're ignoring them, and there's no overall bonding going on. Well, I kind of figured there's got to be something. I mean, we got to be able to bond somewhere, you know. So we started with, of course, the conversation about menopause and each of us learning some things about it and talking about those things, which brought us closer together because now we were understanding one another. I was understanding what I was going through as the woman going through menopause, and he was understanding how I was feeling in certain parts, and we were sharing those things with each other. We were talking. Huge. Talking is huge. Conversation is so important. So that part of it made that better. But then we wanted to go a little bit further with it. So we decided that perhaps we would set aside time. um, I know most couples do this after a new baby or, those sorts of events in their life. Well, menopause is no different that way. You're going to have to go back to the basics and start setting aside that all important us time. And us time could be anything. So for me and my partner, okay, so as in everybody knows, I have his Calgary Flames red jersey on the back of my office chair here at my desk. And of course, I love the Calgary Flames too. Hi, all you Flames out there. Great watching you guys play. That's for sure. That has been our part of bonding. So instead of going out for an expensive dinner in a restaurant where, I mean, I love some of the restaurants here in the city, we've got some really good ones, but being able to cook at home and watch the game together and talk while we're cooking and yell at the TV when the game is on, like, yeah, or no, or, whatever it is, that's what we do. And we spend that time together. And it's a way for us to have him and I time that's just him and I time, where we have great conversation before the game, and then we just sit back and relax and enjoy the game together, and sit through all three periods of the Calgary Flames or and even other hockey. I mean, we do watch other hockey. Also the PWHL women. Congrats on that, by the way. So, yay to girls hockey. We now have a professional hockey league in Canada. They went with the original six, and I have definitely been tuning into that. So, Montreal is my team there, and go Montreal. Um, Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I'm hoping actually us Winnipeg girlies get our team soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm hinting, but that has definitely been a part of our bonding experiences. We bonded over hockey, and although it was his love in the beginning, it's definitely become an our love. Um, a part of it for me, I mean, I enjoy the game. I enjoy watching the players. I wasn't huge into hockey before my partner and I got together, and that's okay. So taking an interest that was his actually kind of would be better. Men take interest in us all the time, ladies. You know, they try so hard sometimes to be interested in what we're interested in. So I'm gonna flip the tables on us a little bit and say, ladies, it is our turn. If your husband's into golf, if your husband's in or your partner's into baseball, if your husband or partner's into whatever he's into, try and get into it. Definitely try and learn about it at the very least. Maybe you'll find you bond over that. Get some time talking, and if you're talking about his hobby or what he likes, and you start there, it will often lead to better and more productive conversations. Truly, it has in our household. So we definitely enjoy the hockey together. That's a part of our bonding time. We definitely put together, and the Flames play like 2-3 times a week. So I'm lucky in the sense that I get 2 or 3 times a week solid in my relationship where him and I sit down and enjoy that game and enjoy good meals and all the great recipes that Pinterest has to put out there for us, especially since we're going down the eating more fruits and vegetables and being more heart healthy and all the things that of course we need to do and should do, but especially now menopause has hit, that's something that in my household, as women knew, when we cook the meals, everybody eats what we cook, right? So that could also be a part of helping your partner bond with you. Is maybe bring them into the kitchen with you when you're preparing those meals, and get him to help you and to learn together about heart health and menopause health. And so that those are a couple tips I have about bonding. But I definitely want to know what some of yours are out there, ladies. Come on over and tell me, uh, what do you do in your household to bond with your husband or partner during menopause to help them feel a little bit more that they're included during this time with you? Drop your comments. Let me know. I'm stoked. I want to hear from everybody. So until next time, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Hot and Sweaty in the City, episode 7. And thank you everybody for watching previous episodes and for keep tuning in. And definitely hit those like buttons, everybody, and keep tuning in and tell your friends and keep the conversation going because I'm going to talk about it. Bye till next time.